A 49-year-old woman was stopped by police in Minnesota after dispatchers received two separate complaints of a vehicle speeding and weaving in and out of traffic. She even passed a state trooper doing 112 miles per hour. She was ticketed for speeding, no insurance, and possession of marijuana, which was confiscated by police. Just 20 miles later, she was clocked at 99 miles per hour. She was ticketed again for speeding and no proof of insurance. About an hour and 10 minutes later, she was traveling 88 miles per hour and ticketed for the same offense. And believe it or not, she was pulled over a fourth time for driving 88 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone near the border of Minnesota and Wisconsin. That's 4 tickets in a 2.5-hour span. Why was she in such a hurry? According to police, she didn't want to be late for her granddaughter's dance recital in Wisconsin. A state patrol lieutenant said all of her offenses were petty misdemeanors. Thus, it did not rise to the level where the vehicle was required to be towed or her to be jailed. But he also said, had she been driving over 100 miles per hour a second time, it could have been a different situation. That would have allowed for her to be removed from the road. A prosecutor also noted that, even with a rapidly repeating offender, it is left to the discretion of the officer whether to make an arrest. If they do, judges may want to know why they even bothered. When asked if she made it to the dance recital, the lieutenant said, she got pulled over 4 times, so, no. Instead, she faced more than $500 in fines. However, police said that the total could grow significantly because of how fast she was going. Just think, if she wasn't speeding, she could have attended the dance recital. Even if she was late, that's still better than missing it entirely. In addition, she would have saved all that money in fines and could have even bought her granddaughter some really nice presents. A canine team from Kentucky managed to solve a crime in a rather unusual setting. They were on location at a private police dog training facility in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. The police dogs were with their handlers practicing training exercises on a track through a wooded area. But according to one of the handlers, his dog's behavior started to change while they were in the woods. He said the dog appeared to pick up a scent and began to pull him off track and take him deeper into the woods. Since these dogs are specially trained to sniff for drugs, the handler decided to follow the dog's lead. The dog eventually led the trainer to a large tent. That's when he noticed the strong smell of marijuana in the air. The trainer suspected that someone was growing marijuana inside the tent. And let's face it, seeing a tent like this out in the middle of nowhere will probably arouse suspicion even without the smell of marijuana. The trainer then called the Volusia County Sheriff's Office to investigate. When police arrived, they found 79 marijuana plants growing inside the tent. And while it doesn't look that sophisticated, 79 plants is not exactly a small operation. But if you're going to illegally grow that much marijuana, you certainly don't want to do it in an area where they train drug-sniffing dogs. As police continued to search the area, they noticed a trailer located not far from the tent. Normally, you wouldn't expect someone growing this much marijuana to be living so close to the scene of the crime. But since this is a stupid crime, nothing usually makes sense. Police then went to the trailer and questioned the man inside. They then confirmed that he was the owner of the tent along with the 79 plants. Officers arrested the 38-year-old cannabis farmer and charged him with manufacture and possession of marijuana. Based on the charges, there didn't appear to be any evidence that he intended to sell the product. Either he got rid of the evidence or he was growing 79 plants for his own consumption. Whatever the case, he probably won't be doing any exotic gardening in the near future as police confiscated his plants. The suspect was then booked into the Volusia County Branch Jail in Daytona Beach on $3,000 bond. It's also probably safe to assume that the police dog who discovered the marijuana farm graduated with honors. We've all heard of Cheetos, the popular cheese-flavored product. It's been a favorite of consumers since 1948. Some people just can't get enough of the cheesy snack. And as we've pointed out in past videos, that even includes criminals. For this very reason, Cheetos has also helped police solve numerous crimes. That's because it tends to leave a powdery residue at the crime scene that clings to everything. In addition, the bright orange color makes it easy to trace should you carelessly drop them on the ground. And that's exactly what a burglar found out on a Sunday evening in South Carolina. Police were called to a general store in Kershaw County after a delivery man noticed the front glass door had been shattered. When the store's owner arrived, they could clearly see that someone had broken in and stolen cigarettes, beer, energy drinks, and snack food. For most thieves, this probably would have resulted in a clean escape. But as this criminal was leaving the store, he accidentally tore open a bag of Cheetos and they started falling to the floor. According to police, when these types of petty items are stolen during a burglary, it usually points to a teenage suspect. Once police arrived on the scene, they were able to review surveillance video of the incident. The video confirmed that the suspect was probably an older teen. They also discovered other pieces of valuable evidence at the scene. The Cheetos that had spilled onto the floor left a long trail. The trail continued outside and down the street. Officers then began searching the area for the suspect, using the trail of Cheetos as a guide. And as crazy as it sounds, the trail literally led them to the front porch of a nearby home. Inside, they found a 19-year-old male who matched the description of the suspect in the store surveillance video. He was even wearing the same clothes. Upon searching the teen's bedroom, they found all of the stolen items. So this guy breaks into a store and steals a few items. He is caught on security cameras. He drops a trail that leads right up to his house. When police find him, he is wearing the same clothes and has all the stolen goods with him. It just doesn't get much easier than that. The young burglar was taken into custody and was charged with second-degree burglary. It was also discovered that he was no stranger to crime. He had previous arrests for possession with intent to distribute a controlled substance and driving with a suspended license. He was placed in the Kershaw County Detention Center and later released on a $15,000 bond.